Well. Coach Prime has dropped the 2022 Jackson State football schedule. And I'm sure the people have been waiting to see this for so long now because remember there was a few mix-ups here and there with the previous schedule that was dropped out there. You know, how everybody was screaming the schedule was terrible. How in the world could they play this team? How in the world could they play that team? Guys, we're going to talk about all of that. But you know what? The question that I've also seen is, can Jackson State run the table again in the SWAC as they did this past fall season? Also, they want to know, is it a possibility that there may be a blip or two here in a row that will keep the Tigers from repeating that SWAC champions? Let's get into it. It's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. And for all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And also tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and tap on in this thing and get straight to it. Because this is the day that everybody has been waiting for. And that was the Jackson State football 2022 schedule. I ain't going to lie. This schedule is thick. When you have two of the top FCS recruiting classes getting ready to lock up and play each other on homecoming, man, let me tell you something. That could get ugly real quick. And I mean ugly to the point that it's going to be pretty interesting because I'm going to throw this out here right now since, you know, you got so many people out there. I was first to say this. I was first to say that. Well, I'm going to put this out here and be first to say this one for you, okay? Check this out. What I think is going to happen here, I think this is a measuring stick for Coach Prime and the Jackson State Tigers football team, in which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Campbell is in Big South Conference, Big South Football Conference. People are hollering about, oh, they need to step up the amount of competition that they have, you know, as far as we're putting people on their schedule. I'm going to be honest with you. If by chance Jackson State decides to make a jump from the SWAC conference, maybe in a few years or so, I could see them going to the Big South. Just based off of how this game goes. I just want to see how this game goes. But I'm willing to stand on that one, that I could possibly see them going to the Big South Football Conference. But I'm gonna be real with you. Like I stated before, the schedule itself is truly competitive from top to bottom with the number of teams the Tigers are going to play this season. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of folks that are going to say the Tigers made this change because there was a lot of hollering and screaming from fans and, you know, other pundits out there that felt that Jackson State had a cream puff schedule. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. If we're going to say Jackson State had a cream puff schedule, what about the teams that was originally on the schedule? Not to mention the fact that you had a Lane College team that was on the schedule in which, if I'm not mistaken, they are HBCU too. And also, if we go back and look at all of the schedules across the board for all of the teams that's in the SWAC, I believe the majority of those teams are playing a HBCU team that's a Division II team. And I say this because of the fact that if we're trying to level out the playing field like everybody keep talking about, guess what we're going to need to do? We're going to make sure that that HBCU dollar goes round and round within the HBCU family so that we can continue to keep building up these programs to get things in order so that they can get out here and attract the same type of recruits that's being attracted by the SWAC and the MEAC teams. Now, I got that off my chest. We can go ahead and move on with the rest of this. Because I got to be honest with you, folks. I got to be honest, folks. When it comes to Coach Prime and Jackson State, I don't put nothing past them because I finally understood the fact that they are truly some marketing geniuses. Regardless if it's good press or bad press, whatever type of press you're going to throw out there for them, guess what? It's all good for them because everybody's going to come watch and see what's going on. Now, I believe in this instance of the schedule, JSU wanted to know who was in and who wasn't in as far as riding the wave of that I believe train, letting them know, okay, where do our fans really lay? Where do they lie as far as which direction we're looking to possibly take this program? So it's like a barometer. Again, they're trying to check the temperature to see where everybody's at with the different moves that they're looking to make. I know many are going to ask, will Jackson State come out with the same hunger as they did this past season, running through the SWAC undefeated? Now, teams are definitely looking to get some get back, and we've already seen that a lot of the teams within the SWAC have bolstered up their rosters with making sure that they have the necessary players in place. to combat any moves that Jackson State is looking to make against them on the offensive side of the ball. They're looking to come out there and tear Jackson State head off this season. And this season right here, hey, Jackson State's going to have to run them out on this schedule because this is definitely a pretty tough schedule. I'm not even going to tell you no tell on this. I'm waiting to see exactly how this is all going to unfold. Everyone is going back to look at the tape of how they can neutralize Jackson State's offense based on how they played in the Celebration Bowl this past December. I'm being honest with you. If you are a coach out there, you understanding where I'm coming from. You're going to look at some tendencies to see exactly what's going on. You're going to be looking at that defense to see how you can neutralize some things out there on the field to get your offense, your offensive weapons free to get up and down that field to keep moving those chains as well as putting points on the board. So, hey, this is strategy right now. Chess, not checkers. Understand me. Let's get into this schedule and see exactly where we are with everything here. Here it is on the screen, guys. Now, on the 4th of September in the Orange Blossom Classic, they play FAMU. That's going to be a pretty daggone good game because Coach Willie Simmons, they have added some additions to the team, especially with a new quarterback coming in there. The quarterback from Vanderbilt that just transferred in that's going to give the starting quarterback from last season, going to give him a true run for his money on who's going to be the starter this year. Now we got the Southern Heritage Classic, in which they're going to play that game on the 10th, in which this is going to be this will possibly be the last time that we see these two teams play one another for a little while. And like I said, got to see what Eddie George is doing. Coach Eddie George over there building up as well. So he's bringing some defensive backs into the program that can actually get after it. They got a young man over there by the name of Boogie. This kid here is serious business. Hey, if you think this kid can't jump out the gym, you better think twice, because if you put a big receiver on him, he don't have no problem with making sure he guard him man up, making sure he keeps him from getting any passes that you're thinking to possibly throw his way to that receiver. I'm just telling you. Now, you got Grambling. You got Hugh Jackson over there at Grambling that's building that program up as well. He's brought in a lot of phenomenal young men to come into that program to help get that program back to the dominating ways that they once had before. They're looking to hit the ground running this season, looking to shock some folks out there on the field. Valley. You already know Coach Dooley is going to come with it as well. He's not going to back down from nobody, period. And like I said, he's going to have these young men on that team ready to go out there and compete and get after it on the field. We got Alabama State on 10-8, in which, Eddie Robinson Jr., we're going to see exactly what he has going on over there as well. He's been doing a lot of recruiting himself. So we're going to see how that's going to go. And then you got Bethune-Cookman on the 15th. Taylor Jones is going to play against Jackson State, his former team. It's going to kind of be like a get-back game for him. And then you got that Campbell game, in which Campbell has a great defense. Now, offensively, we got to see how some things work out for them. I believe they had some injuries that prevented their offense from being as good as it could have been last season. So we're going to see how things work out in that game for Jackson State on their homecoming. Southern University, you got Coach Dooley over there. He's doing the same thing. He's bringing in talent into the program that's going to be something to watch out there in the field. That game right there is going to be thick. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's going to be a game you want to be at because it's going to be standing room only. If you remember how the game was last season, to see if Southern could knock off Jackson State, keeping them from winning that SWAC championship, boy, I'm telling you, this game right here would have been something to see. Now, this Texas Southern game, that's going to be a pretty decent game. Coach McKinney down there bringing in a lot of great talent, surrounding them around Andrew Body, quarterback one down there for Texas Southern. We're going to see how they get everything together for this upcoming season as well. And then you got the game that everybody's going to be glued to the screen to watch, which is going to be the Gulf Coast Classic between Alabama A&M and Jackson State. This game this past fall was Scootergate. So we're going to see how this turns out this year with Coach Maynard bringing in with the 13 defensive backs. I mean, they went out there, they recruited some 30 new players for the team. Alabama A&M and Coach Maynard brought in 30-plus recruits, with 13 of them being defensive backs. One of the recruits that they brought in was a quarterback that used to play for the University of Miami. You already know there's going to be quarterback competition going on with them as well. So we're going to see, because I'm going to tell you now, who you think going to be your quarterback ain't going to be the starting quarterback. Yeah, you heard I said ain't. Ain't is not correct English, but coach is just telling you just how he see it. Now, this last game, the game that really will have a lot of the Jackson State fans a little worried, which is the Alcorn State game, because you never know what Coach McNair is bringing to the table. We already know Coach McNair is still coaching up players, even though they've been bringing in recruits as well. They got a new quarterback that's over there also from La Tech, if I'm not mistaken, Louisiana Tech. That's over there with the Braves. Coach McNair is going to have that team, that Braves team, going to be ready to come out there and compete this season. Don't sleep on that team. But honestly, truly, I'm not going to give a prediction as far as on the schedule right now where I think they will end up at for the season. Because remember one thing, guys, there's going to be some players that's going to leave from programs after the spring season. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? Listen to me. There's a lot of folks that have come into programs thinking, hoping and praying that they're going to have an opportunity to start. And they're going to find out real quickly that, hey, we don't have room for you here. You're not going to be in a rotation. And they're going to get upset. They're going to get their feelings. They're going to go. Now, it's going to be some receivers. It's going to be some quarterbacks. It's going to be some linemen. It's going to be some defensive linemen. It's going to be a couple of running backs. It's going to be a plethora of players that you're going to see that are on teams right now that are not going to be on those teams come next fall. I'm just telling you this right now, so get ready for it. Leave your comments below and let me know, where do you think Jackson State is going to fare with this new schedule that has dropped for the upcoming season? And also, did you really have a problem with them playing Lane College? Now, understand that they're HBCU, and we're trying to level the playing field for all of the HBCUs so that they're able to get their facilities in order, get things in order so that they can get out here and recruit just like the other bigger name schools. Leave me a comment below. Let's talk about it. Hey, if we get 100 likes on this video, Coach gonna go live and we can talk about it. We'll go interactive like I've done before, and we'll discuss the schedule itself live, as well as your thoughts on how you think some of this is going to play out. But until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. And remember, be the one and lead.